Hi guys, it's your girl who swirls, Chris Karazin, coming at you. Hopefully the connection will not be lost this time, because yesterday I tried to come at you guys and the feed just kept going out. It was terrible. Terrible. But it looks like, I'm sorry, I'm getting closer to the light because it's dark. And I'm dark, so I'm trying to get some light going on here. I want to talk about something really cool that happened this month, and it's pretty cool. The National Museum of African American History and Culture opened September 24th. And I am on their website right now, and just really sad that I wasn't there to see it, because it was pretty awesome. They have all these collections that are truly fascinating. If you guys want to take a look at it, hi everybody, Christopher, Nabil, Shashane, Jamie, hi everybody. Okay, so if you go to the N as in Nancy, MAAHC.SI.edu, it's always those government websites that always give you these crazy long URLs to follow. But if you go on there and you look at their collections and just to see what they have, I'm gonna put my phone on it so you can see. Hope you guys can see this. Okay, so they've got the American South, civil rights, communities, clothing and dress, education, family, literature, military, photography, music, religious groups, segregation, slavery. So it's not just, oh, woe is me, slavery sucked and those pesky lynchings kind of sucked too, right? But this is about the totality of what the contributions of African Americans made. And so it's not all just about the hard stuff. And granted, the hard stuff was hard. It's also about the innovations and the community and the inventions. And so I'm just totally fascinated. Of course, there's certain things that, like a train wreck, you just want to see because you're just so fascinated that at one point in history that human beings treated other humans that way, and that's the slavery thing. And they have just some really fascinating stuff, they've got a portrait of Frederick Douglass, a portrait of Harriet Tubman, and there was a song called Slavery Days, apparently, that was sung. The Fugitive Slave Bill, enacted by the United States Congress. I mean, we really sometimes forget. And this was written in 1854. You guys look at my computer. I hope you guys can see that. 1854, it really wasn't that long ago. And it's really hard, as a person who's interracially married and someone who is the brand ambassador for Interracial Dating Central, which hosts this page, and just being the advocate in general of people coming together and loving each other and accepting each other. It's hard. It's hard to see that at some point in our history, we were very unkind to each other. And in some cases, some of us are still very unkind to each other. And it goes both ways. I mean, we're not trying to. And I think that what this museum can display is that human beings are capable. Oh, the website. Somebody asked for the website again. It is N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, AAHC.SI.edu. And that's and if you didn't get that, you can Google the National Museum of African American History and Culture. But when I see stuff like this, it reminds me of the capacity of humans to be extraordinary, extraordinarily great, extraordinarily compassionate, extraordinarily innovative, but also extraordinarily cruel, extraordinarily bigoted, extraordinarily separatist. And that every day, every moment of the day as an American, because I am a proud American, you have to choose what part of your humanity you are going to subscribe to. Are you going to be that extraordinary human being who's loving and caring and judges people by the content of their character? Who's going to be open-minded and open and have an open heart? Every day we make these choices as human beings. And I am so proud to say that I'm part of a movement. I'm part of a page. I am part of something that really contributes to making humans continuously, making humans being absolutely extraordinary. And so are all of you. So when I look at museums like this and I see the capacity of cruelty, I also see the capacity of creativity and innovation and love and hope. And I hope that when you guys check out the website and as you interact with each other on this forum, that you also utilize and tap into that part of your humanity that makes you amazing. All right, guys, that was just a little note for this week. Next week, I'm meeting you guys again. You guys are always so wonderful to hang out with. Next week, it'll be a different topic. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I hope that you choose to have a wonderful weekend. And that the people that you interact with are also extraordinary. And you check out, hey, if you're sitting at home on a Friday night, you really should be logging on to interracialdatingscentral.com. And maybe you could find, you never know, you might be able to find you somebody. A little something, something. Maybe have a date to go to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. How cool of a date would that be? Now, that's a really, really creative date. If somebody said to me, and I don't care what color he was, he said, hey, you want to have a date? You want to go out with me? Okay, where are we going? I want to take you to the new Black History Museum. I want to take you to the new African American History and Culture Museum in Washington, D.C. I would be so impressed. I would be so impressed. Can you think about, like, if you think about it, you guys, men, seriously. It says swipe left to get the comments. Okay, you guys, men, if you live in the Washington DMV area, that's Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, and you're wondering where you should take a girl out, a museum is an excellent place. That African American Museum. But even if you don't live in that area, a museum is a great place for a first date because you don't ever have to search for what to talk about. Like, seriously, you don't ever have to worry about. There's always something to talk about if you take a girl on a date to a museum. I mean, you they usually have little food courts that are not, so that it's a relatively low cost date, but it's also really interesting and it gives you a chance to like get to know the person. And hey, if you do your homework ahead of time, say you know what museum you're going to go to, and you find out what exhibits are, and you can like speak on it from like an educated standpoint, that just like gives you cool points. You guys, be creative. Just stop with a dinner and a movie. How about a museum and lunch? Really? You guys, come on, it's the weekend. How many of you guys are going to go on interracialdatingsexual.com, maybe meet somebody, and say, where should we go? We should go to a museum and then lunch after. You're welcome. You are welcome. Make it a great weekend, you guys, and keep swirling. Love you. Until next time, keep swirling. Bye.